good morning and good evening, ladies and gents. I recently had someone go on to the Hybrid Machinima forums, or iwkya.co.uk. Zalako, I hope that I'm pronouncing that right, asked me a rather interesting question, which was how to actually add weather effects like rain or snow into Sony Vegas. Oddly enough, I was dumbfounded because I didn't have the answer. The only time I've actually had to use weather-based effects was in Warcraft Final Fantasy Style Part 6, Part 3, where Yang uses his Dudo attack. And that was done on a very small scale, so I just spent the past hour and a half trying to find out how the heck to do this. I have come up with a solution. It is, bear in mind, I've just learned this myself, and it is by no means the fastest way to do it. I wrote a couple of paragraphs to Zalako on how, my theory on how I would do it, and looks like my theory was right. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to help you achieve something like this. It's a bit laggy now, so you probably won't be able to see it as well, but this is what I was able to make in a matter of minutes. All you really need is footage of rain and background. I guess the pain in the arse was getting free footage, because a lot of the footage I was finding had like a watermark on it, like a company logo, and it just ruins the fuck out of it. If you've got Fraps on trial, you'll know what I mean. When you record something with Fraps, the top has got the word fraps.com on it, and it totally screws up the footage. So now that you know what I'm going to be making, I'll delete this and I'll start from scratch to show you just how quickly it is done. Now, what you first are going to need is background footage. Now, anyone can actually get that. It's easy done. I'll use this one here, which I just had before. Import that like I normally would. Just bear with me while I find my. I always use Thunderbluff because this is where my PvP crew likes to hang out, and it's just suddenly become the norm for my tutorial videos now. You got your black borders, so you just do the maintain aspect ratio. I'm just going to copy and paste that. I've already addressed this in previous tutorials, so I'm not going to go into detail here. Now that you got your background footage for this particular, for your scenes, you need footage of rain, and that can be very difficult to get, because a lot of the rain footage you get actually sucks. I've gone to this website over here, which is, if I can actually remember the bloody name, it's feedbackvideo.com. I'll have the link in the description. Now what you can do is you can play these clips in QuickTime Player. So for example, this one here, I know it's small, you can't really see it that well, but you just go to File and Save Page As, and that'll then save the file. The problem is it's an MPEG format, and Sony Vegas for some reason doesn't import them. So what you need to do is get your rain footage and go into Windows Movie Maker, and you just import the footage into the timeline, and then just go save to my computer, and it'll then save it in a format, I believe it's AVI, which will allow Sony Vegas to actually use the footage. I'm sure you'll be able to do that. So just drag into the timeline, finish movie, save to my computer, give it a name. Now I've already done the rendering. The rendering is seconds, if not a second. So I got 2 different pieces of footage from this website. As you can tell, there's all sorts of different rain: medium rain, heavy, slanted, etc., etc. So I'll take the 2 which I've already rendered, bump them in Sony Vegas. Now they'll have a audio track. Ignore that bollocks. Just off-click this, so you've not got any of this selected, and just click on the track where the audio is and delete it, because it's just in the way. So you move we'll start off with this first rain clip here. As you can see, it looks like an absolute shambles. So first what you need to do is, just like with all your footage, go to Event Pan and Crop, and stretch the footage with maintain aspect ratio. Then you need to right click Video Event Effects, use the Sony Chroma key, add that, and remove all black. So you can just click it like so and just drag it down. As you can tell, it's not quite there yet, because it simply looks too dark. Now I was fidgeting about with this a lot, and I thought I was getting nowhere. Then I saw this option here, Show Mask Only, so you just click that, which makes it turn white essentially, and makes it stand out more. Now that alone would probably suffice in my opinion, it'd do fine. You can tweak about with the thresholds to increase the thickness of it, and maybe a bit of the low threshold to get rid of, you know, the amount of raindrops. So you just have that. See what I mean? And it does look a bit rough, so you can crank up the blur just a bit to smoothen the edges out. Not too much, otherwise it'll look way too blurry. And then you'll have your footage. But I'll have my threshold a bit lower, and like so. And that will probably be enough for me. And I can just stretch the footage like so. So when I play it, I've not got rain. It is a bit bright, true. It can be adjusted. You can just go to video event effects again. Use maybe color curves, add that, and just fiddle about with this slider here to darken it or brighten it. It's really up to you. It's just more, there's different ways to change the colour of this frame, but for now you can even lower the opacity if you want, so you make it more transparent. And that's the footage of Rain 1. As I said, I'm sure if you fiddle about with the settings you will find more ways, but to be honest I'd probably use this as it is now, it's fine. Now with the second footage, which was from like, it's as if you're looking up at the sky. Oh bloody hell, I've already imported it, what am I doing? Sorry, I've already got the footage here. To save time I'm just going to right click this, copy and paste event attributes, and I'll just have the exact same effect and drag to extend. It'll just repeat the footage, because this footage loops rather well. It is rain, so you can't really tell when the footage is looping, so I guess to the individual watching it'll just look like actual rain. So there you got normal rain there, and you've got rain coming from above. It's not bad, works pretty well. I'd probably adjust some of the settings. As I said, I've only just found this out now, but this is one of the quickest and most simplistic ways to use rain. And you can do this with virtually every single weather effect, assuming you can find the footage. Now as I said, this is my opinion, I've yet to find any other way, but this was bloody quick and it was remarkably easy to do. So as long as you can find footage, particularly on this website, you know, you can save them for free. You know, there's all sorts of directions. There's many ways you can apply this into your machinima footage as well. I mean, this footage alone can be used for many takes because it's just simple falling rain in one direction. So yeah, this pretty much covers the tutorial on, I guess, a weather. In this case, rain. I'll probably will have to make a part 2 sometime in the future, but for now I hope that this gives you just a bit of insight on just how easy it is to create simple yet very effective weather effects. So Zelarko, I hope this answers your question. Goodbye one and all.